I know what you've been thinking and saying since you discovered manifestation. Visualizing is hard, but I can't visualize. I just can't do it. Stop. You can do it, and you've always been doing it. But trust me, you're not alone when it comes to these doubts. Many people claim that they struggle with this, but here's the thing. We all have an imagination. Your imagination is a part of your factory settings when you ship to this reality as the human being that you are. You were born with it and you will always have it. Your imagination is no different than any muscle. And with a little bit of practice, you can turn it into your most powerful tool for reality shifting and manifestation. The number one problem that I've heard over and over again from everyone who struggles to visualize is that they cannot see their future desires play out in the first person perspective. That's through their very own eyes. Well, on today, I'm going to change your perception and show you just how your desires should look, just like this.
What the?
How'd you like that? Good. Let's get started. I want to set the record straight first and foremost. You can visualize. If you had a panic attack because you were afraid that your person was going to move on to someone else or somebody else was going to get their job that you really wanted, that was a visualization. You saw, thought, or heard something with your imaginary senses in your mind first before your body reacted. Let's make that simpler. When you picked out what you wanted to wear today or what you cooked for dinner tonight, that too is visualization. Let me tell you something. You are not that special to where you were born without something that every human being was born with. We all have the same superpower. So let's discuss how to use it. Now, I want you to really think about this seriously. Imagination is something we are all born with, as I said. As children, we used to create entire worlds in our minds, directing our experiences and making our dreams come to life. We used to play with toys. We used to play with video games. We used our imagination. But somewhere along the way, we forgot just how important this tool really is. In fact, we all been told to drop our imaginations as a rite of passage into adulthood. Well, you were deceived. I was too. Your imagination is not just for daydreaming or escaping reality. It's the very thing that can shape your reality and tell the universe just what kind of experience you want and have it delivered right to your very doorstep. So somehow, the average person lands in the manifestation community and comes across all of these hyper-specific terms. Visualization, living in the end, reality shifting. It can all be confusing, so let's simplify it right quick. Visualization is simply imagining having something or someone that you desire in your imagination first. Yes, in your mind's eye. It doesn't require you to get into a specific yoga pose. It doesn't require for you to light candles and say incantations or come up with any grandiose scene that you're going to act out in your mind every single minute of the day. It doesn't require you to pretend that you have something in your 3D reality that's not quite there yet. All it requires from you is to close your eyes and experience what it's like to have what you want most through your very own perspective. First person perspective. Yes, through your very own eyes. Visualization is more than just daydreaming about what you want. It's about seeing and feeling those desires as if they're happening to you right this moment. This technique is often dubbed as the secret weapon of manifestors, and that's for a very damn good reason. It's the bridge between your current reality and the one that you're aiming to create. When you visualize, you're not just picturing your desires. You're planting them into the fertile soil of your subconscious mind, aligning your thoughts and your emotions with the universe and giving a clear signal about what you want to attract into your life. It's like setting your GPS to a destination. Your imagination is your map, but visualization is not the route that gets you there. Visualization is the end destination of where you're going to show that you have arrived. If you don't know where you're going, then how will you arrive there? We get too caught up in how we're going to get somewhere rather than exactly where there is. When you visualize, you're telling your subconscious what the end goal is, and you prep yourself for the journey to get there. Today, I'm going to explain why you should view everything through your own eyes, but also show you how. I want this information to soak into your mind before we continue though. First off, when you visualize from the first person perspective, you're engaging all of your senses. You're not just watching yourself like a character on a movie screen. You are living the experience. You feel the emotions, you see the sights, you hear the sounds, and even sense the smells and taste around you. If you're visualizing from a third person perspective, you simply cannot use your senses, and the subconscious processes that as you want to see someone else experience your desires, not you. So, if you're seeing everyone around you getting what you wanted to manifest, while you're still left waiting. That is why. For example, if you're visualizing yourself on a beach vacation, you should be seeing the ocean waves from your very own eyes, feeling the sand under your feet, hearing the seagulls, and even tasting the salty sea breeze. This sensory engagement is vital because it makes the experiences feel real and tangible to your subconscious mind. Your scenes don't have to be played out in some vivid 4K resolution. As long as you can make out the majority of the details, that's good enough. Perfection is not required. Here's the thing. Our subconscious mind works through mental imprints. It's like a sponge soaking up all of the images and feelings that we feed into it. When you visualize from the first person perspective, you are essentially telling your subconscious, this is happening to me right now. And then the subconscious doesn't differentiate between the real and the imagined experiences. When you see things through your own eyes in your visualization, it sends a clear signal to your subconscious that this is your reality. It creates a strong mental imprint that helps you align your subconscious mind with your conscious desires. Visualizing from the first person perspective also creates a sense of ownership over your desires. You're not just observing them happening, you're participating. This participation allows for you to claim your desires as your very own, bridging the gap between wanting and having. When you see yourself living your dream life through your very own eyes, it becomes a part of you. This perspective reinforces your belief that you deserve and are capable of achieving what you want, which will boost your confidence. It'll boost your self-concept and it'll boost your determination. When you visualize from this perspective, you are more likely to feel the emotions associated with achieving your desires: joy, excitement, gratitude, etc., etc. These emotions elevate your vibrational state, making you a magnet for your desires. Remember, emotions are the language of the universe. The stronger your emotional connection to your visualization is, the more powerful your manifestation becomes. The last ground rule that I want to set is when to visualize. You can stop and visualize at any time, but the best time is right before sleeping. That's why visualization should be the primary tool in your toolbox. Why is visualizing before sleep so powerful? It all comes down to how your mind works. When you're awake, your conscious mind is in control, filtering and analyzing everything that you've seen and heard through the day. It's like the guard at the gate, keeping a close watch on what gets in. But as you drift off to sleep, that guard starts to relax and step aside. This is the golden opportunity to program your subconscious mind with your desires and your goals. The subconscious mind doesn't sleep like the conscious mind does. It's always active because who else is keeping you alive while you're resting? It's always processing and is most receptive when you're in that drowsy, relaxed state just before you fall asleep. Now, with that being said, I'm going to give you 3 scenes that imply that you have your specific desire already. The 3 things I'm going to show you is what it's like to hop into that dream car that you're manifesting, what it's like to hold the hand of the person that you love the most, and what it's like to enjoy a nice meal on vacation. Let's get started with the first scene. Car manifestations are my jam. Since I started doing them a couple of years ago, I've had a lot of success with these scenes and felt good while they played out in my mind's eye. When I recently manifested my brand new car, I crafted a scene of what it's like to sit in the seat and feel the steering wheel. I imagined a scene where I was just picking up my car after getting her washed. Something that simply implied that I already have what I wanted and it was just a normal day. I imagined a scene of me simply getting into my car, sitting in the seat, turning the ignition on, and feeling the steering wheel. As you're doing this, use your sense of touch. Try to feel what it's like to grip the steering wheel, how the ignition sounds, and how the car lights up as you settle in for a drive, just like this. See how easy that was? Again, keep these scenes relatively short. For the sake of this video, I extended it a little bit more, but you only have to keep these scenes a minimum of 5 to 7 seconds long. Once you loop this scene in your mind a few times, you should feel the satisfaction. You should feel happy. You should feel that it's already done. Now that you felt that, drift off to sleep or come out of meditation and go on with your day. That is it. Scene number 2, you want to reunite with that special person of yours. You already know who this person is, but you don't know how you can visualize a scene of y'all being back together. You had a big argument, a rejection, or maybe you haven't even spoke to them in a few months. Here's one way that you can patch all of these things up into your scene that implies everything worked out in your favor. You like that Thanos snap, don't you? Okay, so boom. This scene is of me holding the hand of my very own lady. Now, don't get any clever ideas, y'all. She's taken by yours truly. However, what's going to happen in your imagination is that you are going to replace mine with yours. Imagine a scene where you're holding the hand of your very own person, whether you're out and about or you're sitting at home. Something that already implies that you are already past whatever drama, whatever argument, or whatever disagreement that you guys had. Make it as normal but fulfilling as possible. Notice, I didn't make this scene all about her being in a wedding dress or some super grandiose concept. Make it normal and routine. This implies that you are already experienced all of the reunion, the passionate moments, and the romantic gestures. Elsewise, why would you be all relaxed and holding hands? You must trust your subconscious mind. Let's break this down a little bit further. The subconscious doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's imagined. It simply absorbs and acts on the information that it receives. This means that what you consistently feed your subconscious becomes your reality. So if you're filling it with doubts and fears, guess what? That's exactly what you're going to manifest. But if you're feeding it with strong, vivid visualizations that imply that you already have what you want, it will guide you on the path to experiencing just that. Trusting your subconscious means letting go of the need to control every single detail. It's about consistently surrendering to the process and believing that your subconscious knows the best path for you, because it does. It will get things done in a better, faster way than you could with your conscious mind. Practice letting go by focusing on what you want, not how it will happen. The how is up to the subconscious mind and the universe to work out. And trust me, it will work out if you allow it to. All right, I'm getting kind of hungry, so let's get to scene 3. Okay, so this is something simple that shows that you're in a fancy restaurant enjoying a great meal. This is the type of scene that you can break out of your toolbox for imagining an upcoming vacation. Imagine that you're in another city or in another country having a big, delicious meal. Imagine that you're enjoying this meal with a special person or your best friend if you feel like it. Feel what it's like to hold the fork. Feel what it's like to taste the food. Using your senses during visualization is crucial to the manifestation process because it creates a vivid experience that deeply engages that subconscious mind of yours. You have 5 senses. Try and use all of them, but at least one of them. For me, it's quite easy for me to use my sense of touch, so I go with that. For you, however, maybe you can smell what the beach air in Santorini is like in your imagination. Maybe you can hear what the streets of Medellin sound like as you're enjoying your favorite coffee at a street cafe. When you incorporate your senses into your visualization, that's sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell, you transform those abstract dreams of yours into tangible realities, making it easier for your mind to accept them as achievable. Your subconscious mind is always soaking up information, and it works best with sensory-rich input. When you visualize using all of your senses, you're speaking the language of the subconscious. You are also speaking the language of the universe. This way, you're planting seeds deep into your mind, making it believe that what you're visualizing is already happening. It's like giving your subconscious a blueprint of what you want, and that helps it to work behind the scenes to bring your desires into your 3D reality. Don't you ever forget to include your emotions into this whole experience. Emotions are a huge part of the manifestation process. When you visualize with your senses, it's easier to tap into those feelings. Imagine getting the job promotion that you've been dreaming about. Don't just see it happening. Feel the excitement and pride when your boss congratulates you, when you hear the applause of your coworkers, and feel that adrenaline rush when you hear it. Those emotions send a powerful signal to the universe that says, I am ready for this. It's no different than placing an order at a restaurant. You are telling the universe, this is exactly what I want, and the universe starts working on delivering it to your table. Next time you sit down to visualize, don't just see it, hear it, smell it, taste it. The more senses you involve, the more powerful your manifestation practice becomes. Try it out and watch how your life starts to shift in amazing ways. That's our discussion for today. If you enjoyed this video, I want you to like it, I want you to subscribe, and I want you to share it with your friends who can benefit from this message. Let me hear from you in the comments down below about how you're going to use visualization as your new superpower. Links to one-on-one coaching, my social media, and our Discord are in the description below. I am Shaun, and you are neither here nor there. Thank you for your time.